everyone. Merri Perry, Las Vegas Realtors President for 2024, and I'm with Azim Jessa. He is a realtor in Las Vegas. He has been on BORPAC with me for probably 5 years, and you are currently the chair of BORPAC, and thank you so much for all that you do. I'm sorry I'm wearing orange today. I should be wearing my favorite color, purple, and that is all what we're about. That's our color.
Right, absolutely. We are. We're the purple party, right? We're the realtor party. We're not red, we're not blue, we're not Democrat, we're not Republican. We are the realtor party.
Tell us a little bit about BORPAC, RPAC. What made you get involved?
So BORPAC, it is the Board of Realtors Political Action Committee, right? So when I talk at orientation, my big thing is that advocacy is the most important thing that we do, right? We get to speak as one voice for our industry. And really, we're probably the biggest advocates for small business as well. Like, you know, your nail salon or your hair salon, they don't have a lobby working for them for small businesses, right? But we have about 16,000 small businesses as members of LVR, right? So there's about 16,000 realtors here in Vegas. They're all small businesses, right? So we're the lobby for them. We always talk about we're going to support candidates or candidates committees with our RPAC dollars. Well, something else NAR does is we do amicus briefs for the Supreme Court. And there was three court cases recently that were all three of them, were 9-0, unanimous decisions.
And you're bringing these up and they're from different states, because anything could happen to anyone at any point of time. And our RPAC dollars and our strength is what got this going. So we'll let you go.
Right. Yeah. We're the largest trade organization in the country by membership. Right. So we certainly have a lot of influence, right? When
100%,
1.5 million people are all speaking with one voice, it makes an impact.
You know, when we come to a table, they listen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, your example is great. Why don't you talk about the VA example that just came up?
So seller's not paying us, right? And VA is not allowed to pay us, and VA was telling us, sorry, who's going to help our veterans?
Right.
And veterans
they didn't want to pay the buyers, right?
They're the biggest minority group. I don't know if you know that. So that was our number one stance when we spoke to our politicians about the veteran issues and what our challenges are. Every state spoke to their politicians about this issue. And what happened 2 weeks after we were there?
Yeah, the VA changed the rules and said that the borrower is now allowed to pay the buyer's agent for representation. So that was not allowed.
The first time in history.
Right.
And we were told that will never happen. And with the power of RPAC and our strength, it completely changed within 2 weeks of us going there to Washington.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So let's talk about the three that you have.
All right. So there was a Supreme Court. It was called case Sheets versus El Dorado County, California. The court ruled 9-0 in favor of the realtor's position. And a gentleman was going to build an 1,800 square foot mobile home on his property. And the county required him to do a $23,000 traffic study, which had nothing to do with his road.
1,800 square foot mobile home?
Correct. So one of the requirements to get the permit for that was to do a $23,000 traffic study, which didn't affect his property, but it was a way for the county to pass on costs to a developer, right, a homeowner, instead of paying for the costs out of their own pocket. And the court, of course, was like, that's ridiculous, 9-0.
Obviously, the realtor, the RPAC got involved. Obviously, he complained to someone that
it was the California Association of Realtors caught wind of this case, and the National Association of Realtors presented an amicus brief, which, if you don't know, is essentially a letter to the court with some, advice or some, our position in it. And so again, like I said, the court was agreed with us and with the homeowner and was like, nope, this is not fair. This is essentially taking, right? Meaning you're taking away the right for someone to do something with their property without giving them just compensation. So that's how the court ruled on that.
9-0, that's amazing.
Yes, right. And we always hear these ridiculous cases about everything being 5-4 and very contentious and justices fighting back and forth. Well, in this case and a couple other real estate related cases, they are 100% all together. Another case in Texas, Texas built a roadway through some farmland and 120 properties started a flood as soon as the roadway was finished. And the farmers couldn't use all their property because of constant flooding now anytime it rained. And therefore, the Supreme Court again ruled 9-0, said, nope, these homeowners now have the ability to sue Texas and recover their damages because of the roadway that was built. So
Wow.
again, they lost the ability to use their property fully because of the actions of a state. And so the Supreme Court agreed with that, 9-0. And the third one, this one seems like it's common sense, but apparently it's not. An elderly lady, 93 years old in Minnesota, owed back property taxes, and the state took her home, right? They foreclosed on it and put it up for auction and took their proceeds for their back taxes. But rather than giving the 93-year-old lady the remainder of the money,
Which is what they're supposed to do.
you would think that would be common sense, but
Right.
nope, the state said, we're also going to keep the proceeds of the sale.
Wow.
Yeah, so just unbelievable. And the Minnesota Association of Realtors, National Association of Realtors, our RPAC dollars jumped in to help with that one. And again, 9-0, right? The court was like, absolutely, that is, ridiculous, and sided with the realtor position. So, we do more than just, support candidates and work on our local elections, which is hugely important. Don't get me wrong, right? We have some big battles coming up here.
Every single year we do.
Yeah.
And that's where our dollars go.
Yeah.
And let's talk about COVID.
Yeah.
When the governor shut everything down, he also
Right.
shut us down
Mm-hmm.
for selling real estate. And then you guys, we all got together and we told the governor, hey, here's what's going on.
Right.
I wasn't in the room, but the very next day, the governor allowed realtors to then sell real estate. And everyone's like, oh, yeah, every state got to do that. No, we were one of only 17 states
Right.
that was able to sell real estate. So that meant if you're a realtor and if you don't have your property at title in escrow, you couldn't sell real estate. So could you imagine during COVID, everyone that wanted to buy or sell? I know after that happened, I was slammed.
Yeah.
And I would have not been able to help my clients in a very crucial time.
Right.
And that was because of BORPAC, RPAC, and I want you to explain the difference to the audience because everyone gets confused, RPAC, BORPAC, and
PSF.
what, right.
Yeah.
And why is it so important to get involved? Even $50, $500, what, express how important it is.
So BORPAC, right, like I said, is the Board of Realtors Political Action Committee. RPAC is the Realtor Political Action Committee. You're going to hear those terms interchangeably. Never PAC, we call it NVR PAC, Nevada Realtors PAC, PSF, Political Survival Fund. They're all the same thing, right? Every dollar that you invest in that goes to what we talked about, right? So either supporting candidates locally at the state level, a little bit of it goes to the national level, and then obviously to support issues and issues mobilization. So have you seen our new, the state website, thetruthaboutrentcontrol.com? Right? So yeah, we have a
Amazing.
TV ad running there. We're going to do some social media advertising. That's called issues mobilization, right? We're out there trying to promote an issue and make sure that the public knows that rent control is not a good thing, right? Public perception, and it seems like a great idea. Oh yeah, my rent will be cheaper, it'll be controlled. But really what happens is more and more builders and developers just stop building lower end or lower cost properties where these folks who need help with their rent, and we all agree rent is really high, it's too high, it needs, but our solution is we're supply, right? We believe that we need to increase supply at price points that allow for lower rents. We don't think that controlling the rent prices is going to do anything, and it's been shown time and time again in different marketplaces. Look at Minneapolis and St. Paul. Google it. I'm not going to give you the answer, but one of those communities is thriving and the other one is dying. Look at Portland, Oregon. Development is pulled out. There's almost no new development in Portland. Yeah. Right. New York City too. Same sort of thing, right? You're getting the super high end apartments, but you're not getting any new rental properties for folks who live in Manhattan or in the boroughs. So rent control is not a good thing. And we want to make sure the public knows that. And we're fighting some public perception things on that. So that's why we've gone proactive on promoting anti-rent control and why, and telling people and literally explaining, using facts and using accurate information as to why it's a bad idea.
I know, Azim, when I have someone that calls me up and, wants to talk more, how to get involved, I know you're always willing to answer the phone. You're willing to go to other people's offices. You come to all of our committee meetings. We're going to put your information on the bottom of this podcast. So if someone wants to reach out to you, maybe to come to their office to talk, because you are so involved in all these aspects, and we really appreciate everything you do for our PAC and our realtors, and to spread the word Is there anything else that you find that you want to talk about where it's going to go out to members?
Right. Our biggest thing is please don't opt out of PSF, right? So I know we just had a key billing and there was a $20 charge on there. When we do our dues, there's the $50. Guys, I'm asking for $4.25 a month, right? It's $50 for the year.
Less than a cup of coffee.
If every realtor in our association did that, we would never have to talk about fundraising for RPAC. We'd have the ability to do what we need to do, support the candidates who support you and support private property rights. We could certainly continue to help fund them, right? Give to their campaigns, help throw fundraisers for them, whatever the case may be. That's probably the most important thing. And then, first of all, actually, I want to thank you, Merri. You've been a major investor for as long as I can remember. And if you don't know, major investors give $1,000 or more per year, right? So again, that's $80-ish a month. We're blessed. A lot of us can make a decent living. We have the ability to be involved and working in our community. We get to hang out in our community. So also the other thing is when you guys are out there, wear your realtor shirt, wear your realtor blue shirt or the brand that you work for. Throw that t-shirt on when you're coaching Little League or coaching, volunteering here, there, or everywhere, right? We need people to see that we're more than just our goofy little Instagram things or TikTok things.
We're good neighbors.
Yeah, we're good neighbors. We care about where we live. We want to be involved with where we live, and it's important to us.
We love where we live, and, using a realtor is so important, and everything that we do. I mean, we are helping homeowners, but to help homeowners, we got to get involved with everything that you are doing. You're a volunteer leader.
Yeah, thank you.
And you do so much out there, and we have fundraisers. You'll barbecue for someone. We're doing all sorts of things. You just had a Father's Day auction.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your next event you're doing?
So, we're into election season, so now it's really about getting the word out about the candidates that we're supporting. So if you go to nevadarealtorsupport.com, I think it's your zip code you put in there, and it shows you, hey, these are the candidates that the realtors endorse in your area. And you're going to see that it's bipartisan, right? We support people from both parties because we're the purple party. We want to make sure that we have good people in there who understand business, who understand private property rights, who are going to help us achieve our goals of home ownership for more and more people. Right, that's hugely important to us, and we want to make sure that the people we support get us there. And then the other way is if you feel that little warmth in your heart right now about wanting to invest in RPAC, maybe go a little bit beyond the $50 or the $20, you can go to BORPAC LV, so that's BORPACLV.com, and enter your information there, and you can make an investment right to the PAC. And just if you want to get involved at the association level, we have political affairs, right, which is, I believe, the second Thursday of the month at 11 o'clock. And you can come down here to the building, to the LVR building, and there's Danielle Gallant and Zach Walkerlieb are the chair and vice chair of that. And, you can learn a lot more about how and what we do at the association and find more ways to get involved there.
Well, I want to thank you once again, Azim. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Merri.
everything
Thank
that
you for
you
the
do.
invite.
Of course.